Hi guys, welcome back to the concluding part of our trending dashiki that we have been working on. This is the part two of the dashiki. This is how to sew the dashiki. The part one is in the description box below. Is in my channel. Make sure you watch the part one on how we cut this dashiki. Then this is the pieces that we are going to be using for our pocket. This is our side pocket. I add the interface into this one, that is the art stay, to make the pocket a little bit hard. I add the art stay to it. This is the neck piping. Remember in the video I said you cut out all these ones, the neck piping, the side pocket, the placket or the flap that we are going to be using. So this is the concluding part of how you can sew it. This is the front border, as you can see very well. The front borders, I added stay to the front and I weaved all parts. I weave everything from the shoulder to the sleeve to the side and to the hem. I weave everything. So this is the back. To the back also, I added interfacing to the back also. I added stay to the back also because we are working with Jokoso fabric. And for those asking me how do I join my kaftan, how do I join my wears, this is how I join my clothes most times. This is how I join my clothes most of the time. Can you see what I'm doing? So I place the front and the front facing each other and I sew half of an inch. If you take note of the part one of this video where we added half inch, that our back drop on half inch. So this is the half inch that we are going to use to sew. For me, most times I use half inch to join my kaftan, that is the shoulder part. I use half inch. And this place, guys, I was supposed to sew on the hairstay, that is for the back panel. I was supposed to sew on it so that the hairstay should not remove later on when my client is using the cloth. So I was supposed to sew on it. This is me doing that. I should have done that before I start joining the front and back together. But without further delay, let's just proceed with our video. So this is how I join my front and back together. As you can see, for those asking me how do I join my front and back, after I added my, if I'm going to use, maybe if I was going to use interfacing for the back, that is for the back yoke, I just use my hemi gum to hold the back yoke and I join it like this. So this is how I join my clothes, my front and back borders. For those asking me, that I said I already made video of it. So this is how I join it. Then after you've joined it like this, the next thing you are going to do is proceed to the iron. You use your iron to open it. That is, you use your iron to open it. I think I'm going to, yes, you see, you use your iron to open both sides. You have to press it with your pressing iron. So if you press it with your pressing iron, this is the result you are going to be having as shown in the video. Can you see what is there? This is the result you are going to be having. Can you see? Then after you've pressed it, the next step we are going to do on our dashiki is to do what? Add our neck piping to it. We are going to add our neck piping to it. And for those that don't know how to add how to pipe a senator neck, how to pipe your neck, I have the video and the link is in the description box of this video. Just check the description box. You will see the link that will take you to one of my video on how to pipe your proper senator neck. The link is on the description box. I have the video. So for those of us that cannot pipe a senator neck, please watch the video so you can understand or you can know how to pipe a senator neck. So this is what I'm trying to do. And please, I do see something that anytime you're cutting for your senator neck, your piping, make sure your piping is longer than your actual neck measurement. Make sure your piping is longer than your actual neck measurement. If you are using maybe neck 17, 18, make sure your piping is about 21 or 22. Because for this one, the cloth was not enough for me when I was making for my clients. The cloth was not enough. So the piping that actually came out was the exact neck measurement. But if you are making yours, make sure your piping is more than your neck measurement. So this is how to pipe your senator neck. I bring the simplest and easiest method. Please guys, kindly subscribe and make sure you watch the video till the end, because I will be dropping the hint at the end. I will be dropping an hint on how you can be able to get a perfect result. So make sure you watch the video to the end. And if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscriber button. Please subscribe to my channel, turn the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop amazing videos because I take my time to explain. I take my time to make sure I'm passing out details information, because most of my video is self-explanatory, but I also take my time to explain whenever I'm making my video. So please do well to subscribe. And if you are first time seeing my video, my name is Joshua. I bring tutorial videos on how to cut, how to sew, anything relating to male wears. So if you are seeing this video for the first time, I have other videos on my channel whereby you can watch and learn so that you can be able to gain something, because we all are still learning in this fashion space. So after I put my neck piping, I top stitch on it. Can you see this? What I'm trying to do, I'm top stitching on it. So if you want to add another what is it called, another um threading on it, you can also do that. Maybe if you want to have 3 thread on your neck piping, you can do that, but me, most of the time I just sew my neck piping, then I top stitch. Then after that, you proceed to the iron, you give it a good press. I have to skip the video not to make the video be too long. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see how relaxed our neck is? Can you see how relaxed our neck is? Yeah. So after you've done that, the next thing you are going to do now is to add our plaquette to it. Yes, is to add our plaquette to it. And guys, if you haven't watched the video on how I did this, because I first of all use my Emmy gum to hold down my plaquette, so I have the video in my description box, so make sure you watch the video also on how you can be able to properly gum your plaquette before you sew it. So I have the video in my description box because I skipped that part not to make the video be too long. So any video I'm trying, anything you are seeing that you don't understand, I have the link in the description box on how to do all that. So all you need to do is just to watch it, master it, then you apply it to your own whenever you want to make your own. And I'm just showing on the plaquette. I already sew on the down, that is the down part. I've sewed that to the cloth before I sew on the plaquette. So I'm just taking my time to explain, because I'm not taking my time to show you guys the part 2 of the video. Yeah, the part 2 of the video. So please guys, make sure you do what, make sure you subscribe and make sure you watch other videos I have on my channel so you can understand all what I'm actually doing here. So it's not going to be like magic, but if you are a beginner, if you follow my procedure step by step, I guarantee you, you are going to come out with a perfect job. Then the next thing we are going to do is to do what, fold our sleeve. You know, while we were cutting it, we said we're going to fold our sleeve with 2 inches. So I folded the sleeve, then I had hemi gum to it. So I used my hemi gum to hold down the sleeve. While I was adding my hemi gum to it, I added like 4 layers of the hemi gum so that the thing can stick very very well to the cloth. Then this is which sewing our side. Remember in the video our round sleeve was 10 inches, 20. So this is me measuring 20. This is half of 20 is 10. All what you need to do is to follow the curve while you sew it. Can you see? So then I said the video is self-explanatory. It's just for you to have the knowledge, because trust me, this work is a banger. It's the trendy dashiki that everybody is wearing, everybody is making. And the good part of this dashiki dress is a unisex wear. Male can wear it, female can wear it. So you can do it for children. So it's unisex, it's for male and female. So the next part again is I'm also joining, or I'm also closing the second side of our danshiki. Can you see? So all we want to do is to follow that using 1 inch, because what we were doing, we added 1 inch allowance. Then after you've done that, all we need to do is to proceed to the iron. You open it out, that is, you iron it, then you open it, like spreading both sides together. While you are doing that, while you are going to be spreading that, you are also going to notch the cup side. You are going to notch a little notch on it. You'll be seeing that next now, because after I've done that, I went to the machine, I went to my pressing table, I press it open as shown in the video. That's what I'm saying. You have to notch a little notch so that that part can be able, so that part can relax properly well, because while if you did not notch it, it's not going to relax properly well. So That is the essence of this video. I said you should watch the video to the end. So you have to notch all those parts, those curvy parts. You have to notch it. Then after you've done that, the next step is what? Reclosing our hem. You remember we said our allowance for the hem is 2 inches. So this is what I'm doing. I'm closing my hem. I'm folding my hem with 2 inches. While you are doing this, make sure you take your time. Your hand must be straight. Most things I do say whenever I'm making my video is take your time while walking. You don't need to rush. You don't need to rush while you are doing that. And if you have watched the video to this part and you haven't subscribed, why haven't you subscribed now? Please hit the subscriber button and subscribe to my channel. That is the only way you can encourage me to do more videos. And very soon I'll be dropping a video on how to properly cut a vintage shirt, cam collar and double collar shirt. So make sure you stay tuned. The next part for us now is to what? Add our side pocket to it. Add our side pocket to it. So this is me now. All I need to do is take your dashiki to the pressing table, use your hemi gum, place it on your, like, place your pocket where it's meant to be. For this one, from the M side, that is the down part, I measure 9.5 inches. That's where I place my pocket. Then after you've done that, you use your hemi gum to hold it down. That is, you cut half of your hemi gum. I'm just taking my time to explain it because I did not show that in the video, not to make the video be too long. So use your hemi gum to hold down the pocket before you sew it, so you can have a proper stitch and a neat work. Can you see? So I measured 9.5. Then I place my pocket. I use my hemi gum to hold it down before I sew on it. So this is the this is how you sew your dashiki style. This is how you sew your dashiki style. So if you find this video helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Then the concluding part is for you to iron your dashiki very well. So once you have done ironing, you will have a perfect result like this.